all that sugar.
I don't think Red Bull was a thing back then.
No, I'm sure. Now they did have like an old like 80s commercial that Arnold Schwarzenegger was in with that was like Daijo Bui. Yeah. And apparently he didn't really like he got paid quite a bit for doing the commercials, but he didn't want too many people in America to like know about them at the time. But I found them absolutely hilarious, in like a good way, in like a wholesome way.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of American actors that actually did some Japanese commercials, especially in the 80s, and you wouldn't have known it, you know.
Apparently not.
This is where I go to all this trouble to go and get the compass, and I was like, wait a minute, we didn't even need that whole hallway.
We just need a sense of direction, that's all. But no, like it was another thing that I loved about that commercial was like they had like you know how like they edit in sound bites. They were like like when you twist it open. Most of the time when you twist open things, it's not that loud at all. But they like made it a point that when it was getting open, it was like.
It sounds like a neck snapping.
And then like then he's just got it and he's just like Daijo Bui. There was one that they did for it where like you look inside and he's like pedaling on a tricycle laughing saying Daijo Bui.
This was at the point where Arnold could barely speak English. Why is he speaking Japanese?
Apparently it makes things easier for him. It's like, oh, it's another foreign language.
Arnold actually had to go back and go to a language coach to relearn how to like have his accent.
Really?
Yeah. That's the thing. He eventually became so Americanized that he forgot how to talk with his accent anymore. His signature.
Wait, that became like a signature thing for him? I thought that he just always...
Here we go with the more multi-level nonsense.
There it is! There's the water!
And then I remember, wait. While it would be easier to go through here and take a shortcut, it's way easier in the long run to leave that switch up. You have to leave that switch up.
It makes things better.
Or you have a bad time.
It's better for you, I promise.
I think we were starting to run out of fairies at this point, because I don't think we replenished them before this dungeon.
I don't remember. I know that we had one, though.
We were playing dangerously. And I had to tell you about those stupid little directional guys that shoot when you have the sword out for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know what the deal was with those. So, here we're kind of just skipping around and stuff, and we're going to get, of course, the hook shot at this point.
Ah!
But this dungeon is just like, there's a lot of annoying mechanics in it, such as those stupid water things that fly around.
I forget what those are based off of in real life.
What would they be based off of?
There's a bug that is the feet on it actually don't break the surface tension of water.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the water bugs. I'm talking about the stupid water balls that fly around. No, the water bugs are based on the water strider.
Water strider, there we go. See, I had forgotten about water striders.
It forms air pockets. It has like these like hair follicles or something on the end of its legs.
I got shot. I'm down.
Man, we got toasted right there. And like, I didn't think that thing could shoot through that.
Yeah, it clipped right through. I was like, wow, how did we get hit with that? I remember. Yeah, I said, how did we even get hit with that?
Yeah, because I didn't even expect it. And I was like, I didn't know that it could do that. Because you look and it hits a wall and it stops, right?
Yeah, but it went through and hit us. It was like, no,
it must have got like the perfect angle. And you have to go down this side. If you go down the other side, I think you get like a map or something. I think you get the map if you go down the left side. No one needs a map.
I know what I'm doing. It's great. I'm still flabbergasted that Arnold actually lost his accent altogether.
Yeah, he had to go to a friggin' language coach of some sort.
I want to hear Arnold Schwarzenegger without any accent at all.
I bet it just sounds like me. It's like, hey.
Hey, Arnold.
Hey, guy.
Name's Arnold.
I'm just Arnie.
This guy's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. Man, he looks a lot like him though.
He just goes by like an Americanized like
Arnie.
I'm just Arnie. What's up? Wait, aren't you? No.
A lot of people say I look like him.
I get confused with him a lot. Yeah.
It's no big deal. I kind of like it sometimes.
Yeah.
To what extent?
He needs to do like an SNL skit where he does that.
Just like drops the accent altogether.
Yeah. Just like the way House like has a perfect American accent.
Oh yeah, but he's an English guy.
He's
right?
as like British as they come, man. He's got like tea everywhere. So here we really nail this part because the other side is like a false.
Wow.
It's like a false room or something.
I really wanted to hit those with the hook shot.
I mean, there's stuff in there. Yeah, they're hard to hit when they're on the wall. Like the hook shot's collision is like not the same as sprite collisions. I don't know, dude. But I think there's like pots or something in that room, and they can be handy, I guess, if you need hearts or rupees or arrows or anything like that. We don't need any of those.
Yeah,
things.
we were maxed out. We had actually discussed it. It's like grocery shopping.
I was just like, we don't need that room. Period.
Let's get out of here.
Like it goes all the way down too. Like that's the actual other room. They got kind of sloppy with the room design here. Actually, if you look,
it's the water temple, man. It's the water temple.
Well, the way in which it's coded, it kind of had to line up that way, because if they put in like they have empty cells on the room sheet, but if they put them in like a different order, they probably wouldn't have lined up correctly. So here we backtrack a little bit. We do go back for some goodies.
God dang water. Literally living water attacking us.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. But we do get some hearts, and I think we get some rupees that we didn't need.
It's just a little bit of cash.
Yeah, I mean, like, we do need to pick up some rupees, and the red ones are worth it, you know?
The red ones, they got that particularly nice shine.
And then we also hit up this secret room over here, which is actually the real entrance to the rest of the dungeon.
It's a secret,
and
but it's also necessary.
That's the only one, like, in the entire dungeon that's like that. It's the only waterfall you go to. So, like...
the only waterfall in a water temple.
Well, it's the only one you go through.
Right.
And you have no reason to believe that you can go through it. Like, when you're like...
It's just like, they'll understand, right?
When you're like 7 years old and you're playing this, you don't know.
Yeah, right? How do they expect a kid to understand that?
Alright, so here I explained about the puff balls, the cotton balls.
As you can see, I didn't understand because I just kept hook-shotting the one over and over again.
Yeah, I'm just like, you gotta pull them in and then beat them to death. And we actually get glimpses at the boss. And he has a very similar mechanic to Cold Stare as well. In the fact that once you get past his first stage, you can sort of just rebound him around the room.
You know how Nintendo seemingly has like bosses that have very similar looks across games?
Yeah.
Very much looks, even though it's a jellyfish.
So here you can just rebound them off of you every time with
so nice.
With timed sword swings. And since we had the level 3 sword at this point, like,
smack!
He is nothing.
He was nothing.
And those sword swings actually do extra damage as well.
Oh yeah, they have like 1 extra point of hit point damage, which is why I love the sword charge.
Yeah, I mean,
Blast.
I think at level 3 it does have 1 extra point. At level 2 it's like 0.5 extra damage or something.
So strange. Interesting that they had hit point pieces in this. I mean, I guess they do technically have also hit point pieces in this game too, because you can lose half a heart instead of a whole one.
Yeah, like you can take a hit. I don't think it displays it when you take half a heart, but
What do you mean? It shows the heart but shrunk. Like
really?
Yeah, it's like shrunk down in there.
Oh, maybe I never noticed before. And here we go with the long
I love how she's like repeating herself every single
Monologue.
time.
Yeah, they talk a lot.
And then she's like, let me give a hint to you about what to do next. I guess, you know what? I guess as a child that was super useful. We were like, guys, we've got to go there next.
Well, I mean, like, the hints they give aren't all that helpful,
The children will understand, right?
you know? Also, they may tell you to go to the next dungeon, but they don't know the most optimal way of doing it. So really here, we go straight to dungeon 3, and I show you the way, the real way to do dungeon 3.
Do way. And it's just a long trek to get there.
It is, especially in the Dark World. I mean, like, we could have shifted to Light World and flew, but at the same time, like,
It's just enjoy the fact that the trees want to murder you. Well, not every tree.
I thought all the trees want to murder you just in general.
The Dark World trees are strange because they always look like they have faces.
Well, I think they're people or something.
The forest constructed entirely of cursed people.
Yeah, they probably just listened to that flute one too many times.
Get high off those flutes.
So here is where we go and pick up more mad rupees.
Why?
And I think we actually max them out around this point,
Oh no.
if I remember.
This is where. Oh yeah, this is where I thought maybe I'd get some Mamma Mia's out of that photo.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know if there's any other Mario things you can pull from. And I think that was the only one that we could pull from was in the original Light World one.
I guess Mario's universally popular in both the Light World and the Dark World, though.
So they actually added in a lot of mechanics to like try and help you around stuff.
See, look, there's the shrunk heart.
Oh yeah, you're right. I probably noticed it, but just forgot or something after so many years.
It's just so used to just playing the game.
Yeah, I never really look at the hearts. And here we're gonna go get the cheaty cape.
GD cape. My favorite cape.
It is probably the most powerful item in the game, honestly.
Here's the one thing I love. The fact that what is it? I sliced the bomb in midair and it blew up and I didn't take damage on that.
Really?
Yeah, it just a second ago. Like, apparently you can just slice a bomb that the Oni throws in midair.
Just nope.
Sorry, explosions in front of my face are of a non-damaging caliber if I swing a sword.
Not today.
In any other instance, it will hurt a lot. Delicious piece of heart. Give me.
Yeah, I was trying to remember where the cheaty cape was, and then I remembered we have to rob graves for it.
We have to rob. Gonna go grave robbing, kid.
We have to work for this. We deserve it.
I never understood the spirits in the.
We were trying to kill the ghost, but he kept running away and coming back at very inconvenient times.
I didn't even think you could actually kill the ghost with the sword either.
Oh, you absolutely can kill the ghost with a sword.
And the funny thing is that like I was always improperly swinging to try and get it too. That's the awful thing. I just could not get the timing down to swing for that.
Like, I couldn't remember if you had to push the grave or just like run into it. You gotta really want it.
It's a magic.
It says watch your magic meter because it uses a ton of magic.
It's a lot.
So, like, what is the story behind this thing? Did we just, like, break into the grave of some hero?
just hear some very ominous ba 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 da ba. Some silly Harry Potter music playing.
And this grave, I think, is different. I can't remember. Is this the one we got to run into, or is
no? We've got to push it. Apparently,
this one you got to push. So they changed the mechanics. They're like, oh, the other grave you run into, but this one you push. And this is only for a heart piece.
I never.
But here we actually get our revenge on the rats. We're just like, we're back.
You know what you've done.
Now we're mad.
Now you
we're back with like 3,000% more anger.
And we only leave one alive, so that way he may propagate and seek revenge.
He has to tell his friends. We tell him go forth and get stronger, rat.
No, this is where it happens. We were no!
This is where we maxed out, and as soon as I saw the 300, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh no.
We just lost like 100 rupees.
It was so bad. I was like, no! Give me back my money. Where does Link put all the money? That doesn't get picked up and used. Is the real question.
He just leaves it, just like that.
Well, I mean, yeah, in that instance, but for some reason, see, he picks it up, but it doesn't change. Where does it go? Is the bag magic? Is there a fairy that's getting all the excess change?
I don't know. Here I show you what the other lever does. Meet the snakes.
Tunnel snakes rule.
And like these snakes are kind of rough when you're low level or when you first start out.
I can imagine. Like the first time that they do that and you only got 3 hearts, you're like,
Especially if you're not expecting it.
Just see them come down in mass. I did not want this.
I feel like the cathedral has a snake problem.